I'm Mars Argo. I took this photograph. Welcome to our computer show.
You're the only one who's making me come.
What's it called?
I'm not sure.
Do you ever wish you could just restart?
Oh, hi Titanic.
Hi, Poppy. This is Poppy.
Delete your Facebook.
Delete your Facebook.
Where's Mars Argo?
What is up, my beautiful people? Back in the peak Tumblr era, in the mid-2010s, you would open YouTube and somehow end up watching this cute blonde girl whispering into webcam like she came from a completely different dimension.
Welcome to our computer show.
Those videos felt awkward in a very intentional way. The robotic voice, the blonde hair, emotional detachment and very distinctive aesthetics. That girl was a Tumblr blueprint, Mars Argo.
I'm Mars Argo.
But a few years later, in 2014, people online started noticing something really disturbing.
What if you could reboot yourself? Almost like a computer.
Another girl named Poppy also began blowing up with those surreal strange videos and building a very mysterious persona around herself. And I mean, that's great, we love unusual personalities. But there was one problem. Their content, music, and even personas in general were suspiciously similar, right down to the white background, robotic delivery and humor. At first, people brushed it off as inspiration, or maybe coincidence. Let's be honest, we all get inspired by someone. But the more detail began surfacing, the more disturbing this whole thing became. And what if I tell you that there was this one guy behind all of it? Someone who ended up being one of the most controversial people in the underground music scene.
What's it called?
I'm not sure.
And when Mars Argo slowly vanished from the internet, while Poppy kept getting famous for a project that felt almost identical, people began asking the same question: was someone trying to replace Mars Argo? And what does Titanic Sinclair have to do with any of it? This story is way darker than I expected.
Where's Mars Argo?
This is the twisted world of music's messiest triangle. With me, your one and only Eastern European / American nostalgia blueprint and YouTube pioneer, Mr. Vitaly. Don't forget to support your local nostalgia channel. And by the way, I really hope that you guys like this new microphone for the show. This is a little spoiler of what's about to come, so you better stay tuned. Vitalyspace is finally going outdoors this summer. But anyways, I suggest to start from the very beginning, shall we? Okay, my legends, before any conspiracies even existed, there was a simple girl from Michigan who was uploading weird videos onto the internet. Her name was Britney Sheets. Originally, she wanted to be a musician. But like for a lot of people in the late 2000s, YouTube became the fastest way to grow your online presence. By 2008, she would meet a guy by the name Corey Mixter through MySpace, who was deeply into filmmaking and building characters online.
Oh, actually I'm just about done editing it.
They started to collaborate almost immediately and eventually began dating.
Welcome to our video blog.
Eventually, Corey adopted a stage name, Titanic Sinclair, and Brittany later became Mars Argo, which also became the name of their duo as a whole, and the rest was history.
I'm Mars Argo.
In 2008, they began working on their independent debut concept album, Technology is a Dead Bird. They released the record digitally on Bandcamp, and step by step started finding their initial fanbase.
Hello, we're the band Mars Argo. Our record is now available for download.
And of course, in the best vitalyspace tradition, I was able to find what their MySpace profile looked like in 2009. At the time, their project was as amateur as it gets, with only 15,000 views on their page. Let's take a look at some of the fans' comments as per usual. You guys have done something new. Your music is not what everyone else is listening to these days. When can we buy Technology is a Dead Bird? I want to be able to carry your music around with me. Make your music buyable, please. This kind of positive feedback back only goes to show you that the guys were definitely up to something. So following the album in February of 2009, they also started their own website and YouTube channel, grocerybag.tv. They were best known for their vlog series, Computer Show.
Welcome to our computer show.
I am a pretentious art student and I am original. We are the internet.
At that time, the project felt very different from all the other content being uploaded online. Technically, nothing was really happening in those videos, but you still could not stop watching. Sometimes the videos were funny, and sometimes weirdly uncomfortable.
Whatever happened to predictability?
Around that same time, our couple decided to chase their American dream and move to Los Angeles.
I have never been more ready to move in my entire life because I have to get away from where I am now. We're gonna document the move, and we're buying a car just to move. We're gonna drive there.
And as the years went on, the Mars Argo project slowly started becoming way more than just two creative people making videos together. It actually began developing its own mythology online. Let's be honest, back in the day, Tumblr culture was obsessed with the girls who felt almost fictional. Not only fictional, but mysterious, emotionally unavailable, detached from reality, and aesthetically perfect in this very Tumblr way. And Mars Argo fits perfectly into that world.
What's with these homies who be dissing my boy? Do mirror, mirror on the wall.
Their channel eventually gained a cult audience, and their music was getting more and more attention in the underground online spaces. People became fascinated by the project, because it felt impossible to fully understand. Was it tyranny? Was it trolling? And was Mars even a real person to begin with? So many questions, so few answers. But behind the scenes, things were not nearly as dreamy as the videos made it seem. A few years later, Britney would accuse Titanic of being emotionally and psychologically abusive throughout their relationship and creative partnership.
But we're gonna get back to the Lawsuit Saga in a little bit.
And whether people believed every detail or not, one thing became very obvious. Their love story was collapsing big time. For some time after that, Britney attempted to maintain their working relationship at least, but found it increasingly difficult due to Titanic's abusive, demeaning and manipulative conduct. By the year 2015, the two officially went their separate ways. Margot left LA and almost immediately the entire project started disappearing. The uploads eventually slowed down, and some of the videos were even getting deleted.
'Cause this is so
At that time, it felt very confusing for the fans. Since Britney had a very cult following, people were obviously keeping an eye on that entire situation. But soon after, something very strange started happening. Titanic Sinclair suddenly came back online with a new project. Another blonde girl, and yet another mysterious persona.
Oh, hi. I'm Titanic Sinclair, and I'm a director on the internet.
Oh, hi Titanic.
Hi, Poppy. This is Poppy. She's one of the many actresses that I work with on the World Wide Web.
I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy.
And before people think that this video is just me blindly hating on Poppy, I wanna make it very clear and tell you guys that I actually love her new, current, alternative era. This is the Poppy that I love. It definitely feels way more personal and authentic than the old robotic character. And the more she moved away from that artificial persona, the more interesting she became to me creatively. But I've been requested to talk about Mars Argo situation for so long that I just had to do it. But before that, let's start with a little backstory. Poppy, whose real name is Mariah Rose Pereira, was born in Boston in January of 1995. From a very young age, she was heavily interested in music and performance. By her late teens, she had already started uploading covers and original music online, trying to build an audience on YouTube and Facebook. In those early videos, she came across pretty normal, just another young artist trying to get noticed on the internet. So by the time she turned 18 years old in 2013, Mariah made the classic dreamer decision and relocated to Los Angeles. Eventually, she signed her first record deal with Dylan Records and started working even more on her music and demos. But things did not exactly explode overnight for Poppy.
What's up, y'all? Epic here.
I'm Poppy.
But that was until she met a guy who we all know by now, Titanic Sinclair. They became very close friends and soon after started dating by 2015. You guys, this pattern sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? Right from that moment, the entire Poppy project suddenly started taking a much stranger direction, when she also started posting those seemingly bizarre videos on YouTube. Behind the scenes, the two worked together to create this robotic human being, this perfect artificial celebrity that lived in Hollywood. Poppy's persona was an outlet for the couple to poke fun at the life of an influencer.
I'm boring, you're boring, everybody's boring.
I'm Mars Argo. I took this photograph. I took this photograph.
Are you watching the video without liking it again? I caught you red-handed.
But the video that truly explored the project was simply titled I'm Poppy.
I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy.
And let me tell you, that video ended up getting her almost 30 million views. And here I am, cannot even get a like on this video.
My life is so much better when I use Tide. 1 scoop equals 6 scoops.
And while the bizarre videos were bringing attention to the project, her music started taking off as well. She was now becoming a legitimate pop artist.
Baby, you're the highlight of my low life. I fell in love with the man of the future.
Oh, there are fans outside the window.
Can I go over, please? Thank you.
She doesn't want your questions, DC. She wants to talk to her fans.
And as Poppy kept getting bigger, people online began revisiting Mars Argo videos again, because by that point the similarities were becoming impossible to ignore.
Delete your Facebook.
Delete your Facebook.
Today I deleted my Facebook.
Delete your Facebook. Delete your Facebook.
And what made this whole thing even more suspicious was the timing. Right before Poppy started posting her videos, Mars Argo's presence suddenly began disappearing. Like somebody was trying to wipe it from existence. And naturally, people began asking the obvious question, whatever happened to Mars Argo?
Where's Mars Argo?
That's a dumb question to ask.
That's true.
You try to boo her.
Where's Mars Argo?
Oh, shit!
Should we end the show early? She's my choice.
But behind the scenes, the situation was way darker than anyone realized. In April of 2018, this story officially exploded into public controversy. That year, Mars Argo filed a lawsuit against Titanic and his new protege. So let's go through it together. Mars claimed that apparently Titanic was constantly cheating on her, which made it impossible to sustain the relationship. Like many women, Miss Sheets has previously been afraid to come forward with her story. Finally, in January of 2014, when confronting Titanic about his recurrent infidelity, she ended the romantic relationship with Mixter. He repeatedly told her that she was getting old and that she needed him to be successful. He created a sense that she was running out of time and that her only solution was to finance the project. When she had an opportunity to collaborate on an outside project, Titanic would belittle the opportunity and speak poorly of the person or project, so that Miss Sheets would feel doubt or distrust. You guys, I'm reminding you, all this attitude while looking like this. Because of Mars Argo's rising success, she attempted to maintain a working relationship with Mixter, but found it increasingly difficult due to his abusive, demeaning and manipulative conduct. In June 2014, Miss Sheets put the band on hiatus from rehearsals and performances. But Titanic's abusive conduct only grew worse.
Cheers to me.
That's a bad shit.
To me? Who cheers to
No,
yourself?
like, that's not what I meant.
In August 2014, Miss Sheets requested that Mixter not contact her going forward. However, he continued to do so against her wishes, including sending a text message threatening his own suicide. One day in September of 2014, she found Mixter sitting in her courtyard and he seemed jittery. He demanded that she delete all of the videos on their YouTube channel. His behavior and mannerisms frightened Miss Sheets, who immediately changed the passwords to their YouTube channel to protect their work. Soon after, Mixter once again broke into Mars's apartment while seemingly intoxicated and began smashing her wine glasses one by one. He said he was angry that she had joined some Facebook group and repeatedly asked her for the name of that group.
Hey, Brett.
What's up?
Facebook group? What's
I'm not sure what it's called.
What's it called?
I'm not sure.
Oh, really? What's it called?
I'm not sure.
What's your Facebook? You want my testimonial? I just went with Bournes to Conan O'Brien, one of the most popular TV shows, and Bournes, Garrett, as I know him, the reason that he exists in LA right now, he's too good to respond to me because he's too much of a bitch to respond to the fact that he wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. But it's because he has people like Kennedy controlling him, and if Garrett ever watches this, he'll know. Talk to me like your brother that I am. They are controlling you, son, and this nigga won't be controlled. That pisses me off.
Phew, you guys, but it gets even better. When Mixter released his first work with Poppy in November of 2014, he broke into Mars's apartment through her bedroom window in the middle of the night. He was obviously intoxicated and she asked him to leave and go home. But a few weeks later, Titanic broke into Mars's apartment once again, logged into her Facebook and blocked all of the new friends of Mars. But she discovered this only later, when she tried to communicate with the blocked individuals. What a goddamn fucking stalker, you guys. This dude gets on my last nerve. What a creep.
I'm not in a cult, and I am not a leader of a cult.
In April 2015, he broke into Mars's courtyard after midnight. You probably blocked me, so F you, you bitch. I'm publicly tweeting about our relationship. To which Mars responded, go home, I have an early morning. So do I. You blocked me, so I showed up. That same month, he sent another seemingly idle message saying that he wanted to see her one last time before he goes.
Bruh.
During the last week of April, he showed up unannounced and approached Mars outside the gate and viciously punched her in the face. Jesus, good lord. Dude, you're not a man after this. You're nothing but a PUSSY. The moment a man raises his hand against a woman, he's forever a POS in my book. And disgrace to manhood. Shame on you, Titanic. Now you guys, this is where Poppy enters the chat in a lawsuit. According to the filing, around the same time, in mid-2014, Mixter met Moray Rose Pereira, who went by her stage name at the time, Poppy, through a mutual friend. At that time, she was a brunette with dark brown hair. But after meeting Titanic, she dyed her hair a specific platinum blonde and began to change her voice to be a pitch higher to mimic Mars Argo's distinctive speaking voice.
Welcome to our computer show. I'm Mars Argo.
I don't know why everyone wants to be someone else. Everyone should just be happy with themselves, just the way they are.
And on the screenshot that Britney attached, we can see that fans immediately noticed. You replaced her. Poppy sucks, I want Brittany. Such ruthless comments. You guys, and the most interesting part. Here are the actual proofs of the fashion overlaps. In May 2015, Poppy posted a picture taken by Mr. Titanic, in which she's wearing Mars's jacket. Poppy not only looked and sounded like Mars Argo, but she was now wearing her actual clothing. But not only clothing, even their content was super similar. You guys, not even similar, the exact same.
Chips.
Doritos.
In February 2014, Mars Argo released a video titled Delete Your Facebook. And then, 3 years later, Poppy also uploaded the same video with the same title.
Delete your Facebook.
Today I deleted my Facebook.
Delete your Facebook.
But sadly, there were a lot more overlaps than just that. Check it out and let me know what you think. My legends, and you might be wondering, but did they ever respond to the lawsuit? I mean publicly. Hell yeah, both of them denied all of the accusations.
The white backdrop, I know. Hopefully I don't get sued. You know, I was talking the other day kind of about that whole situation. How crazy is that? You know, years have passed and it still is hilarious to me. White backdrop, blonde hair, and I guess like a Margot Tannenbaum cheetah jacket. Turns out you can't sue for copyright infringement if you own the copyright on something. So, hey, it is what it is. I was a little bit apprehensive for a while there to use the white backdrop. You know, before, when I was in high school, before I met anyone who I would go on to make content with, I used the white backdrop because of those Apple commercials.
My name is Corey Mixter and I'm a former PC user.
That's where we initially started putting like the grocерybag.tv stuff on, was Vimeo.
And Poppy even took to Twitter to defend not only herself, but also Titanic in this pretty shady statement. After which she's gotten a lot of backlash, let me tell you. It has been very painful to read the lawsuit Miss Sheets filed, and to see the word abuser and my own name in the same sentence. Something very few people know is that one of the reasons I work the way I work, and why I've made such efforts to conceal my identity, is because I have my own history as an abuse survivor. I've known Miss Sheets for years, and she's well aware of the anguish I went through. In an attempt to manipulate me psychologically, she's now working with the exact man who took advantage of me when I was young and vulnerable, while at the same time naming me in a lawsuit with allegations of domestic abuse. Hold on, you guys, if you yourself went through years of abuse, I understand it's a horrible thing. But it does not diminish Mars's story in no way, shape or form. She's got every right to talk about it, cause it's her story, just like you do. It is shameful that Miss Sheets would try to exploit another female artist in this way for personal gain, out of nothing more than bitterness and a desperate grab for fame. My creative partner is blameless, and I'm confident this case will be dismissed. Whoa, girl. You yourself, as the abuse victim, have zero place to talk about this entire situation, especially in such manner. You guys, am I the only one who thinks that Titanic wrote this entire statement?
Oh, hi Titanic.
Hi, Poppy. This is Poppy.
As I've said, she received a lot of backlash from this statement, including losing friendships with celebrities like Grimes, who felt that it was very anti-feminist. But at the same time, I'm going to give Poppy a benefit of a doubt, because I don't think that she was truly aware of what kind of person Titanic was. But we'll get back to it in a second. The lawsuit was actually settled in September of 2018, with both sides agreeing to drop claims against each other, with no money involved. As a result of the settlement, all of the photos that had been used to blackmail Mars were destroyed. A restraining order was issued against Titanic, and they were no longer allowed to mention Mars online. The rights to the Mars Argo project were given back to Brittany, and everyone involved was ordered to have no contact with one another. But in December of 2019, the tables have turned, let me tell you. Poppy released her own statement saying that she was going separate ways with Titanic. As some of you may know, my former partner and I have parted ways. This was a long time coming, but this is a person whom I defended in the past, because I thought he was just misunderstood. I met this person at a young age, and things were seemingly good for a while, until echoes from his past were too loud to ignore. I was never an accomplice to this person's past actions like many believe. I was a person who suffered similar wrongdoings as one of his former partners brought to light. This person glamorizes suicide and has used it many times in the past to manipulate me. These are the tactics that he used for years. This person lives in illusion that he is a gift to this earth. You guys, that is some Charles Manson shit. He wanted the public to believe he was a puppeteer, which is so far from the truth. So where did everybody end up after all of this? Well, despite what many people expected, Mars Argo never really returned online in a major way. These days her IG is private and for the most part she stays out of the spotlight. However, sometimes she answers fan questions on Tumblr, which we're gonna get back to in a second, and seems to be mostly active on a members-only website, where people can get a monthly subscription to access all of the exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of Tumblr, I was able to find some real tea over there. In 2023, she wrote the following post. If anybody thinks that I have forgiven the people who stole years of my life, I would just like to clarify that I have not. Damn! We don't blame you, legend, we don't blame you. Will you ever become active on social media again? I don't know, I'm extremely feelings-based, so I take things day by day, or to be honest, minute by minute. But I will say that my relationship to all of that has felt healthier as of late. That same year, in 2023, she independently released an extended play, I Can Only Be Me.
I can only be me.
And if we take a look at the lyrics on the main single, we'll find out that this song is dedicated to this entire situation. Try to take my identity, and I'll just create a new one. Or maybe I'll just be myself, whoever that is this week. And if I cut you out, I did that shit on purpose. So won't you please, pretty please, stop trying to get a hold of me. I can only be myself now. I can only be me.
Try to take my identity.
Meanwhile, Poppy went in a completely different direction. She continued building her music career and eventually evolved into a metal icon. And let me tell you, she's now a pretty respectable figure in the alt scene.
Back it up, Chicago.
And then there is Titanic. Compared to his prime era, he stepped away from the public online culture. A few years ago, he became a father. Yes, you guys, a father. And keeps a much lower profile these days. And let me tell you, his comment section is filled with hate to this day.
I'm not in a cult, and I am not a leader of a cult.
You guys, in conclusion, I do wanna say that regardless of what side you end up taking, one thing is just impossible to deny. Mars Argo was there first. And yet somehow, when people talk about this story nowadays, she's often treated like a footnote or forgotten chapter. Just the fact that one person ended up becoming a viral success story, while the other became just another online mystery, is just crazy to me. And I think that's why so many people still feel emotional about this entire situation. But thankfully, Brittany seems to be doing way better today, and she still has a huge fan base, cult following I would say. And Poppy is now successful in her own way. Okay my legends, and on this iconic note, that will be the end for today's video. If you like my content, if you like myself, please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel, because we're so close to 100k. That's kind of my dream, to finally hit that milestone, so please do it. Remember, your ex is effing toxic. The best way to make them bitter is to become successful. I love you guys!